live from the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, from monthly gatherings to community events, Anonymously Grateful is making sure no military family walks their journey alone, how you can be part of their mission.
Plus live music, great food, and adoptable pets. The Rescue Rocks Pet Rescue Music Festival is back. We'll share how this event helps support the animals at King's Harvest and talk about these two adoptable canines.
And later, our wins of the weekend, where one of us celebrated a big TV6 anniversary in a very special way. That's later in the show. Welcome to Quad Cities Live, and we do have a special announcement to share with you. We are starting a new streaming edition of QCL soon called Quad Cities Live Plus.
Yeah, QCL Plus will offer you extra expanded content that we produce. You'll be able to watch it beginning October 1st on your favorite smart device.
Simply go to your app store, download the KWQC app to stream Quad Cities Live Plus, and with the launch of our new digital product, we are adjusting the length of QCL to 30 minutes moving forward. We have a lot of exciting and impactful events to tell you about today, including the upcoming River Cities Quilt Show. Quilting, of course, is an art form that weaves together creativity, tradition, and community. And
the River Cities Quilters Guild has been keeping that tradition alive since 1987 with members from all across Iowa and Illinois. Joining us today are Guild members Regina Dahl and Terry Rogeem. Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Well, it's our pleasure.
Yes, and thank you for bringing these beautiful quilted products.
So many things.
It's such an interesting and fascinating art. We've had quilters on in the past, and just every single piece we're just amazed by. So we'll get into those pieces in just a moment. But Regina, so talk to us about how the Quilters Guild really formed.
A number of ladies decided that they wanted to start a quilt guild, and so they banded together. And I think the one lady, Jane Heising, had a quilt fabric store, and so she had that formulated, and it's been going for 38 years now.
Yeah, a very long time. Yeah. Terry, we mentioned that you have members in both Iowa and Illinois. So what do you think it is about the Guild that really draws people to this group?
Well, they're such a warm, inviting, welcoming group. There's a lot of talented ladies there. I'm just a newcomer here.
Oh,
wonderful.
So, and I've been in a couple years, and like I said, they're very welcoming and warm. They have sit and sew every Thursday. People come, you don't even have to be in the Guild. You just like to sew.
That's great.
And so it's a real community.
Yeah.
A real community, and you all as a community like to give back to the community as well. So can you tell us, Regina, a little bit more about your philanthropic work?
Yes, some of our quilts will go to the nursing homes, or My Gear, which gives a blanket to children that are going into the foster care system. And the challenge quilts this year are going to that, but we've also just make them during the year and donate them to the various causes.
Wonderful.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then Quilts of Valor, we also do.
Oh, I love that. It's such an amazing, amazing thing that you do. Can you explain a little bit about Quilts of Valor? We talked a little bit about it on Friday when we were talking about a different quilt show, but this is a special opportunity for a lot of families.
Yes. Anyone who is a veteran that has served in our military in any way, any capacity, we love to give them a quilt to thank them for their service.
Yeah.
And we do that in November every year around Veterans Day.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's really nice. So Terry, you have this big show coming up, and it is the River Cities event. It's the quilt show. So talk a little bit about what people can expect at that event. It's 2 days, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Friday and Saturday. The 19th and the 20th.
Perfect.
When they first come in, they can have a drawing to win a door prize.
Okay.
And then you can buy raffle tickets for the raffle quilt. We have a boutique, like some of these items here are from our boutique, and a lot of our very talented ladies make all kinds of things like travel bags. We have the bowl cozies. We have table runners, pot holders.
Love a good pot holder.
Yes, the folded star pot holders are always a big hit.
Yes.
Everybody loves the folded star holders.
Yeah.
Placemats, purses.
Well, and
bags.
Yes, you have everything here, and I
Yeah.
love this because it's all made by you know, people right here in our community, which is great. And speaking of, the raffle quilt that you mentioned is right behind us,
It's
and
beautiful.
it is beautiful. And this is a great opportunity, Regina, for people. And this is something that they can win in the raffle, and
Yes.
this is it's massive.
Yes.
Yes, it's 99 by 99 inches.
Wow.
It is
Oh, there
king
you go.
size.
King size.
And
All right.
it's a special quilt to us this year because one of our guild members passed away,
Oh,
and so
sorry.
we finished the quilt. She had started it,
Oh,
but
wow.
she unexpectedly passed away, and so we are finishing it and having it as our raffle quilt.
Wow.
Wow. So Terry, you recently joined the guild. So how can other people join the guild if they're interested?
Just show up.
There you go.
Oh, it's easy as that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Easy enough.
The third Tuesday of every month at 7 p.m. in the Fulton Presbyterian Church. We do have a website that you can get on and check out
right.
too.
And a
in
Facebook
case you
page.
forget. But
To
that's
post-
what I did.
all
And
right.
be on time.
I
was
Don't be
late.
late to the
I was
Quilters
late.
Guild.
My very first meeting, they start on time.
I love it.
All right, well, RiverCityQuiltersGuild.org. That's where you can find all the information on the guild. And don't forget that the show is coming up September 19th from 9 to 5 and Saturday, September 20th from 9 to 4. It's at the Fulton Presbyterian Church in Fulton, Illinois. And admission is $5. Regina and Terry, thank you so
Yeah,
much
thank
for
you.
sharing
Thank
more
you.
about the guild and the event coming up. We appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Coming up on Quad Cities Live, Turning Grief into Hope, how one local nonprofit is supporting Gold Star families and honoring the lives of service members lost to mental health struggles.
Quad Cities Live continues.
Losing a loved one who served our country is a sacrifice no family should face alone. That's why local nonprofit Anonymously Grateful is stepping in to support Gold Star families and the families of service members lost to mental health struggles. Joining us now from Anonymously Grateful is Bobby Ray Bunch. Bob, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, a really worthwhile organization. I'm excited to talk with you about it and just kind of spread the word a little bit. So why don't we start there? Can you tell us a little bit about the beginnings of Anonymously Grateful and just a little bit of background on it?
Yeah, so it is a local nonprofit organization that was started just about 2 years ago out of Eldridge, Iowa. And our founder and CEO, Jose, is a veteran as well and has been involved with multiple different organizations. And he's just a very passionate, fantastic leader to work with. And so they're, you know, I got involved about a year ago and just really became passionate about the mission as well. You know, it's just we have an epidemic of suicides in the veteran community and those that are active as well. And then our main focus is honoring Gold Star families.
Yeah, wonderful. So the mission that you speak of, what does the mission look like in action? In what ways are you able to start supporting Gold Star families and others?
It's just it all just comes from donations. We're 100% volunteer based, and so any dime that we get goes right back to our honorees, and we try to honor 3 families every single year, and one of those being a Gold Star family, and the other 2 families being those who have unfortunately lost a service member to suicide, and just really trying to create that awareness of what these veterans are going through and you know, the transition that they go through getting out of the military into becoming a civilian. I mean, I can you know, speak on that. You know, it's like I went from being, you know, around Air Force One every day and in charge of a bunch of people and a very important job to getting out and just
What do I,
just, you know, going to community college and wondering what do I do. So it's, people don't realize that transition out of the military could sometimes be tougher than your time in service.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you so much for your service.
Absolutely.
And every, you know, all the folks that you work with on your team that have served. It's so important to do that. And you talked a little bit about honoring some of those service members. You do that every single year, and that's coming up at a banquet that you guys are hosting this Friday.
This Friday.
Okay.
Yep, the Rolling Meadows Event Center in Eldridge. So again, just trying to keep it in Eldridge where the organization started from, and we have guest speakers. Mayor Mike Mattson is going to be, he's a veteran, so he's one of our speakers, and then Nathan Marple, who's a veteran, he's also going to be one of our speakers. And we've got silent auction items and things like that to help raise money, and we have a really nice dinner for everyone. And then the next day is going to be our honor ride, and that leaves from Eldridge as well. I believe showtime's 9 a.m. and they say kickstand up
at 11.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I don't have a motorcycle, but they said I could bring my car if I wanted to. So everyone's welcome, and then it ends at 4 o'clock at the Double Barrel in Eldridge.
Yes, I read the notes today, and all vehicles are welcome. So if it's something that you're passionate about, you can certainly join in on the honor ride, which does sound like a lot of fun. You're going to be stopping in all kinds of towns, starting and ending, though, in Eldridge. Now, there will be, 3 that are honored at the banquet. But can you just tell me a little bit about what it means to their families to have their loved one honored in this way by their local community?
Yeah, well, it's such a tragic loss, no matter how you look at it. And, a lot of times, the worst thing that happens when you lose a loved one is sometimes time goes on and they feel like they're forgotten, and so this is just an opportunity to keep their memories alive, and then our donation to them is they can do with it whatever they want. There is no obligation with it or anything like that. We know, in years past, some family members have used it to help put one of their family members through school or something like that, and so we're just giving them a financial donation, and they can do with it what they deem fit, So it's just trying to take some of that sting and that pain away that we'll never be able to fill that hole, but at least maybe this can provide them some sort of comfort in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. And we just saw images of some of those fallen service members, which was incredibly touching. Before we run out of time, I do want to ask you about a monthly event called Bring to Light that you all host. This is also very important.
Yeah, so obviously, the biggest stigma in the veteran community is just not wanting to talk about things, and so we every first Saturday of the month at Cornerstone Church in Eldridge, they're gracious enough to provide a space for us, and we get area veterans together, and we bring in guest speakers and people from the VA and ways to help them with their disability claims or just recognize the benefits that they've earned, and then also we provide breakfast and coffee and just give them a space to talk, and that sometimes is what they need,
Yeah, just a space where they feel comfortable to do so. Well, if you want to learn more about upcoming events or other ways to support this mission, visit anonymously.grateful.org. Bob, thanks again for joining us today, and we're just looking forward to seeing what you all do next. So thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, of course. Coming up after the break, we will meet Tango and Tanya, a bonded pair of pups looking for their forever home. More on their story and how you can help pets in need next.
From wagging tails to furry snuggles, King's Harvest Pet Rescue is all about giving animals a second chance at love and a forever home. But their mission, of course, requires a lot of support from our community.
Yep, it's time now for our adoptable four-legged friends, and we're telling you about some exciting upcoming events that allow all of us to help in a big way. Joining us from King's Harvest Pet Rescue again is Melissa Conway. Melissa, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me.
Of course.
We just love having you in studio, and you always bring somebody with you, but today we are so lucky because we have two somebodies.
Yeah.
2 for 1.
Yes, 2 for 1. Tell us about our pups we've got today.
Yeah, so we've got a bonded pair. They're both 3 years old. This right here with the purple collar is Tanya. This is her brother Tango.
Aww.
They were adopted together as puppies, and they absolutely love each other. So we're looking to find a home for both of them.
Yes, and you were telling me before the show that they seem to get along with all the animals at the shelter. So if you got a dog at home, might be a good fit. Also, they're good with kids as well.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they grew up in a home with a kid, so they're definitely used to a kid, and they haven't had any issues with any dogs in the shelter so far. So we think they're a pretty good fit for anybody.
They're really sweet.
They are.
And I love watching them together. I don't know how you would ever, you know what I mean, not want them together after just spending only a few minutes with them. They're clearly each other's person.
They are.
They're so
dog.
in sync.
Yes.
Dog person.
We got to get them rescued together. Well, speaking of rescue, you've got Rescue Rocks that's coming up this Saturday. It's going to be at the Tanglewood in Bettendorf. So talk a little bit more about this event.
Yeah, so Rescue Rock, it's going to be so fun. It starts at 2 p.m. They've got a bunch of bands playing. It'll be live music, food, drinks, silent auction. We have a ton of amazing sponsors who all donated some really incredible things for our silent auction. So it'll be a really, really great night and a really fun way to raise money for animals in need.
Yeah, and this event, you've hosted this event before at King's Harvest. Has this been something that you have all ever done? Because this sounds like it would be just like a really fun thing to get involved in.
Fun for a good cause. Love it.
Yeah, all kinds of music going on. So again, that is this weekend at the Tangled Wood, which is really a great spot. I will say, if you've never been there before, it's a super family-friendly place as well. If you want to bring the kiddos and check out some adoptable pets or just listen to some music, all for a good cause. Then we've got the 12th annual Furry Friends Food Drive. That's coming up at the end of the month on September 27th.
Yes, it is.
So what's that event all about?
Yeah, so CARE is putting on a really big event, family-friendly, bring everyone. We're doing a food drive, so they're going to be raising money and taking donations to help support animals in the area. It's super great, and there's usually a really good turnout, and everyone has a lot of fun, so we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, mark that on the calendar as well. So obviously, food obviously is something that you always need at the shelter, but there are some key items that you really need at this point in time at King's Harvest. You need a lot of litter boxes as well as scoops, because we talk about it all the time here on the show. Kitten season, you just all these shelters, including your own, just inundated with kittens.
Yeah, we're on the tail end of kitten season, but we definitely need litter boxes and scoops, because once each of those kittens are old enough to get adopted, they get their own setup. They get their own cage, so we need all the supplies to make that happen for them.
All right, so just drop it off at the shelter?
Yeah, we're there 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday, so anytime people can come drop off donations and say hi to our animals while you're there.
Okay, wonderful. Well, lots of good info from King's Harvest, and anything that we should know if we're, there's got to be somebody out there that's looking at these dogs.
They're falling in love.
And they're like, these pups are mine. So what's kind of the first step that someone needs to do if they're really considering adopting?
Yeah, if you're interested in adopting, you can either come to our shelter in person, 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday. We are there. You can fill out an application. You can see Tango and Tanya in their kennel. You can also go online and fill out an application, do it on a computer. Sometimes phones can be a little funny with the fields to fill out, so we recommend a computer. And yeah, you just send in your application, we give you a call when it's approved, and then you can set up your meet and greet to meet Tango and Tanya in person.
Wonderful.
And do you suggest that people, like, if they do have another dog at home, bring them in as well to make sure it's a good fit?
Yeah, for sure. When we do meet and greets, we always want to have you bring in your dog, any kids who live in the home, to make sure everyone's going to get along really well.
Good.
And the dogs get to meet between a fence first, and if it goes well, you all get to play in the yard together.
That's so cute.
We don't want these two cuties back in the shelter, that's for sure.
No, we do not.
We want to find them a good home.
Yes, we do. Well, King's Harvest Pet Rescue, it is open from 10 to 5 Monday through Saturday. And of course, if you're interested in adopting a pet or even becoming a volunteer, which they always need, head to the website kingsharvestpetrescue.org, or be sure to follow them on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm excited to see what happens next with these two.
I hope we got a good success story coming up.
Yes.
Well, next on Quad Cities Live, another big weekend is behind us, so we're going to talk about our weekend wins, including wedding bells and a dance party. That's next.
All right, it is time now for our wins of the weekend. Of course, it is a Monday afternoon. You had quite the weekend with the family.
I did.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we made the trip up to Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Rachel and Tony got married over the weekend, and these two party animals, Karsten and Chandler.
To see it.
So the oldest two right there, Karsten and Chandler, they were actually the flower boy and the flower girl in the wedding. Rosalie's best friend Rachel, they've known each other for a while now. Kind of almost like an aunt and uncle situation there. So they were asked to be flower boy and flower girl. They had an absolute blast. I can't wait to see the professional photos of them. But we just weren't sure how long we were going to last at the reception. So my wife gave a speech. We had some dinner. And these two party animals went until 9 o'clock. So we had an absolute blast. We had a lot of, just a really good time. Even Sabrina, 9-month-old Sabrina, she was there with us as well. And she was smiling and, doing her little dances along with them. I mean, it was so much fun. Well, we weren't sure what to expect for the weekend, and we were pleasantly surprised. So I tell you what, kids at a wedding is just so adorable. Not
always. I think you might just have a lucky bunch. The Keels, the Keels are party animals. They're open to come to your wedding.
And I think it helped that there were a few more kids there as well.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, we all had a blast, and I should have taken today off. Still recovering from a long weekend, but
we're glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here as well. But I can sleep tonight, so
that's what we all say.
Exactly.
You know what? Just because you have a 9-month-old, we're gonna knock on wood.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We hope he can sleep tonight.
Absolutely. So that's my win. So that means you're celebrating a big work anniversary.
Well, yeah, and apparently I'm just gonna milk this one because it was my win on Friday.
Oh, was it really? Oh, see, I wasn't even here, so you
but
could have fooled me.
technically, yes, technically my 15-year anniversary was yesterday, and
Yeah.
it just so happened that we had this really great TV6 event where we got to go to Modern Women Park, and we had like a little area for all the folks that work at Channel 6 if they wanted to go, bring their families, bring their friends, and so I took some photos from the Ferris wheel of Darbs and I. We had so much fun. So we did the
great
Ferris
weather for it,
wheel.
too.
We got some food. The Bandits won the game yesterday and got to see a bunch of people that I work with. It just seemed like a really fitting way to celebrate 15 years here.
Fit
at
for
the
a
station.
big anniversary. Congratulations.
Yes, thank
Happy
you.
to have you here.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much. So yeah, it was a great time. And I guess that's it. That's going to wrap up our new 30-minute format. We want to thank you so much for watching today.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. So Jeopardy is going to be coming up next, followed by your local news at 4, and we'll see you right back here at 3 tomorrow.